Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everybody? How are you? My name is Larry, and I am the host of the TOPT podcast. This is my personal channel where I do pretty much any kind of content that I want. Lately, I've been in my anime reaction grind. I've been watching anime. I have so many animes recommended to me, and I'm gonna be watching One Piece, episode 1160. But I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this vid and liking the video, hyping it up, and subscribing. This video is gonna be edited. Okay, there's going to be many times where you're not going to be able to hear sound, and there's going to be many times where you're just not going to be able to see the episode at all. Bro, that's due to copyright, all right? I feel like I have to say this all the time. If you do not want to have edited footage, please go to the video description below. I have my Patreon, so you can watch the episode with me and just enjoy it. It's unedited, okay? So I just want to say thank you to all the super supporters that I have on Patreon. I want to say thank you to everybody that's on YouTube too. You guys happen to be my pride and joy, so thank you so much for messing with me this long and continuing this journey with me. The other anime I'll also be watching happens to be Slime. That time I got reincarnated by a slime. I'm on episode 7, and that should post very soon. So thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna start the episode, so let's get it. We're gonna skip that whole intro, get right into it. Here we are, baby, in the underworld. This is kind of crazy. We're really in the underworld of ELBAPH right now, and the animation is going off already. Oh my gosh. So yes, Luffy and crew are about to break out of this castle, out of the Block Kingdom. This looks so good too. The whole end part of last episode was phenomenal. I was so excited to see Nami's part 2. Cause Zeus looked amazing. Zeus looked incredible, right? Oh, they're looking for the Sunny. Look at Oimo. I believe that's Oimo up top in the crow's nest. Look at Brogy. Yeah, they're just gone, brothers. It's kind of incredible that this guy on the right happens to play such an important part later on in the story. He's not too important, but he does have some relevance as to what happens on ELBAPH later. Then let's search the sea floor. Dive into the water. I wonder if any of them could like swim. Oh, his voice just... It doesn't do it for me anymore, bro. I missed the whole... Ow! The search is called off. I love the different shields. ELBAPH is so detailed. Yeah, we searched and searched, but they were nowhere to be found. But I'm sure they're fine. Besides, the Sunny isn't some flimsy ship that would sink that easily. That is a crazy big log pose. Are you saying, yeah, they're alive? They're alive for sure. Straw Hats always believe Straw Hats are alive. Look at her fine self. Looking good, girl. Mm-hmm. It's starting to make some sense to me now. What do you think, bosses? I guess we were worried for nothing. Tapped into my shark network. But it seems there's no sign of Luffy and the others in the water. That goes so hard, bro. Like Jinbei really got his own little network of fish below. That's so tough. They washed ashore on some island. You've all done more than enough already. And the food supplies on this ship have run out. It defeats the purpose if you all starve to death trying to find them. It's true. Thank you for searching for them as if they were your own. I'm truly moved. Yeah. All heading to the same place. If they're our own crew, so you seen that jiggle? Mm-hmm. You just know they're soft, right? You got to. You gotta be hyped going back to your homeland. You gotta be hyped. Being out at sea, especially Dory and Brogy, they've been at sea for like 102 years. Just fighting, going crazy non-stop, and then they finally get to go back to ELBAPH. That must mean so much. They've been gone from ELBAPH for like 33% of their life. Because giants only live to like 300 years old. So it's like, we out here. Chopper's like the snow. Drum Kingdom, I miss it. I wonder if Chopper's ever gonna go back to Drum Kingdom. I really wonder, like, after it's all said and done, will he find himself going back to Drum Kingdom? Like, where's Sanji and them gonna go, you know? Is Zoro gonna go back to the Shimotsuki village? It's such an interesting question, right? Because they're not gonna just keep sailing after everything is done, right? He's always saving her, bro. Always. It's not like it chose to come with us. That's true. Luffy's not forcing him neither. Sanji has been a complete gentleman these past 2 episodes to her. I love it too. Like, it's not overwhelmingly sexualizing her or like being really dumb. Like, he's had a lot of gentlemanly moments, I would say. You can have my cloak if you want. You're so stupid you couldn't catch a cold if you tried. You're just hating on him for no reason. It's massive, yeah. I couldn't even imagine being in ELBAPH. It would be crazy to see. It'd be crazy to see just how big everything is. That's such a good picture of Nami. Is that a mountain? It's the size of an island, no even bigger. Baby, that's Yggdrasil, girl. Mm-hmm. Suke. I love when Chopper and Luffy does that. Suke. Suke. Oh man, this picture of Luffy on top of the rope looking to the side. What a famous manga panel for ELBAPH. Oh man. That manga panel for some reason just hit in a different way. Can't see the end. Find us. There's nowhere to go but forward. Are you scared, Usopp? No way, it's a piece of cake. Look at the bridge. The bridge makes no sense. It's so damn steep. At some point, you're gonna have to climb it. Bugging. Yeah, going on this bridge is dangerous, bro. Oh, here comes Gerd and my boy Goldberg. Gerd's fine self. Uh-huh, girl. Come here. Let me see you. Her colors. Yeah, she's very pink. What color is it? I didn't know that Goldberg was blue like that. Maybe I'm bugging. He's the shame of ELBAPH, not Loki. The ship doctor, Gerd, and the cook. Don't say that. It'll only make Roto unhappy again. You saw it, didn't you? You saw his crew carrying a small ship? Intruders should be arrested, of course. But Roto tends to invite them in himself. No, he enslaves them. And report him to Chief Yaru. Wow, she got the red bottoms on too? He said, ELBAPH, so this must be... Yeah, he's so happy. So stupid, bro. Yo, Gerd is beautiful, man. That's a well put lady. That's a well put lady. I gotta do like a baddies tier list for One Piece. I gotta pick like the baddest of the baddies and just be like, yo, who y'all think is the baddest? And then we just go through. Cause Gerd is up there, Ripley is up there, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple girls up there. Nami, of course, Robin. Yeah, a couple baddies. Vivi would be up there, of course. Gotta put Vivi up there. Boa, for sure. Tashigi? Not pre-time skip Tashigi. Tashigi though, post-time skip? Baddie. Yeah, you got a couple. I mean, you should even consider like Suru when she was younger. Sanji's so cold. But he's like a cyborg now, so. Usopp's fit is so hard. I really do like it. I just love how like the whole thing is set up. And the colors. This looks good. This is when Luffy feels Loki. Feel that? Yeah, he could sense his hockey. Tingly feeling. Yeah. Shouldn't be allowed in any forest. It too roared back when we were in the Block Kingdom. You guys go on ahead. He just jumped straight in there. You gotta love how Luffy is basically unbreakable. Like if it really is not like a sharp object or if it's anything, he's like a Logia, low key. Oh, that's so nice. I love that they're doing like these little mid-transition screens and they happen to all be different. I think the last two episodes they kind of had the same type of mid-transition screens, but like if you're doing one episode, well 12 episodes, what? Half of the year and the next 12 half of the year, yo, you gotta definitely put some flair into them, right? Oh, this is the part where we were all like, why does Luffy have an X on his arm when he's in Gear 5? But we never saw it before. After a 100-year slumber, the giant pirate crew returned. Along with Straw Hat Luffy and Emperor of the Sea, they plunged Egghead into flames. Why he writing like light Yagami, bro? Why he writing light like he got a death note? And then you take the chip. Dori have bounties of 1.8 billion each. You remember the first time we saw a billion berry bounty? I believe it was Jack. And that was the first person we seen with a billion. Like, going, you know, upwards. And weren't already legends like Roger or anybody like that. They used to be 100 million each. They have skyrocketed. Prices are completely different from 100 years ago. It's a fair bounty for the captains of LOKI warriors now. So Nico Robin basically just said there's bounty inflation now compared to what it used to be before. Prices are different, huh? That's basically what she said. And it says our captain murdered Vegapunk. It's so funny. They twisted the story as always. Yup. He murdered me? Shut up. He was trying to protect you until the very end, wasn't he? When this picture was taken, probably at some point during our time on Egghead, WEJ lackeys are everywhere. And anyone's photos can fetch a high price. Robin is so damn cute. That forehead, girl, I don't care, okay? That forehead is going to be that large all the time. And I accept that because your boy got a big head and a big forehead. I get it. But she's cute, man. You cute. When Luffy turns into his free form, does a mark like this always appear on his arm? Yeah, I could definitely see something like a mark there. Did he have that? He moves around so much, I never looked closely. It seems unnatural. His arm is blurry, but the mark is sharp. And this is where, like, Vivi is trying to contact Luffy and crew. I was under the assumption for a while, and I guess the anime fixes up the language, I guess, or like the translations a bit more. But when I read it in the manga, I was like, oh, he's always had this, and we just never noticed it, or like Oda made a mistake. And then Sebastian was like, no. This is definitely like Vivi contacting the Straw Hats some way, somehow. And like, I got why he said that, but based upon even his interpretation, he had to like figure that out himself instead of it being told, like how Robin is saying it now. It's very different from the official translations on Viz. And the reason why she doesn't know about the mark is because only the main crew and Chopper and Vivi know what that symbol means because of Alabasta. She came after Alabasta. She became a Nakama after Alabasta. Aruden? He's technically the king's son. You mean the king of ELBAPH? Yes? He used to be a violent little brat when he was a kid. Aruden's coming to go see Loki. He wanted to come along to pick you up. Aruden's a big guy. But there was a bit of trouble in ELBAPH. That's why only us veterans came. That's news to me. Yeah, you guys been a while for a minute. Been gone for a while. This happened while Dory and Brogy were away. The king had another child, this time a legitimate one. I see the little wording, legitimate one. So they're saying like, hey, Loki's the legitimate son, the legitimate heir. Meanwhile, Haruden happens to be the illegitimate son. I get why they say things like that, but it kind of sucks that they think that way. Oh yeah, the snow has to be crazy deep, right? Luffy looks so good in this animation. It's crazy. Toy blocks were fun, but this is how an adventure should be. Whoever roared has such a loud voice. It'd be awesome if he gave me a chunk of meat. Are the animals gonna attack him now? I know that they eventually do and he just makes friends of them. But that's in front of Loki. Those wolves are huge, bro. Jesus. Conquerors. That was from Loki, baby. That new child. That new child is known as the accursed prince. Cursed. He committed every kind of evil deed, so he has been chained up for several years. But he nearly escaped. That is a crazy photo of Loki, by the way. What a crazy looking photo of him. That's crazy. Until the entire troop of warriors swarmed and seized him. It makes you think, a lot of people were saying like, oh, Loki's like this super strong guy. He's as strong as rocks. And it's like, well, if he got swarmed and seized by his own troops of warriors, that's really not good for him. But I also know he's not trying to hurt them, so. The entire troop of ELBAPH giants. What a monster. Yeah, he is out of his mind. They're not lying. He's actually pretty crazy. He's a pretty crazy guy. Look at Luffy, driven by a lust for the legendary devil fruit passed down through the ELBAPH royalty. Many anime watchers are probably hearing this for the first time and is like, what is this legendary devil fruit? He murdered his own father, the king, and ate the fruit. I remember also when we were on the pod, we were like, nah, he never did this. Nah, he might have did this. Nah, and the whole time I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then the more information we got, I was like, I don't think Harold was a traitor. But we'll get into that. We'll get into it. But I remember those conversations. Would his name happen to be? Those chains are huge. That's right. If he gets loose again, the world will fall apart. He is. Oh, he looks great. The shame of ELBAPH. Let's go. Let's go. He finally got to Loki. Oh, he looks crazy. This shot, when I tell you this shot was also one of the best shots in ELBAPH for a long time, it still is. And we're still in ELBAPH. This shot in the manga, there was so many colors for his hair. Some of the people were giving him blonde hair. Some of them were giving him white. Some were giving him like dark blue. Like it was all over the place. The color pink and purple never came across anybody else's mind. So when we finally see it, we're like, like his hair's kind of cool. And it's so crazy because his hair kind of resembles Yamato's. Yamato's has the white and then it goes into that light green into like the bluish at the end, and then there's like some red from her horns. His hair goes from like a pinkish light pink to like a darker purple to some degree. I think they call it like the mermaid hair dye or something like that. Oh, you hear his voice. I'm the man who will be king of the pirates. That is such a cool picture of Loki and Luffy. You can just see like the size. Look at Luffy, he's smiling his butt off. He looks so happy. I love this photo of Luffy. Holy. Dang. That's right. Where am I and who are you? What? You came here not knowing? Yeah. You knew where you were, you wouldn't have come. That's such a good shot too. This is the kingdom of ELBAPH warriors. That's the giraffe dinosaur that that Lawrence and Lionel was like, that's not anything to be proud of, that you could just pick that up with your bare hands as a giant. The nation that once devoted itself to endless conflict. Endless conflict, remember that. We got a clear look at the sword. Oh my god, look how beautiful ELBAPH is. Can we just appreciate how beautiful ELBAPH is for a quick second? Alright, hold on. So, here's something interesting, right? That sword has so many theories about it. So many theories. But somebody did make it because it is a sword. And it's been there for a long time. So it's probably from the first world. Okay? People don't know about that, but I'm just going to say that. There's cannons as well. We've never seen that there was cannons. But the rainbow itself, that might be just a regular rainbow. But there's also something with the rainbow too on ELBAPH. Those cannons might be a little different. Here, I don't know if this is still cannons, but it reminds me of the building that we saw on one of the branches in the manga. So I am waiting specifically for that manga panel because so many people are like, no, it's a robot. And I've been trying to tell people, no, it's actually just a house. Like it's a laboratory or something that's stationed on ELBAPH, just so like whoever the Nomi user was, it could have been the second world or the first world. They were cool with ELBAPH. And I think that's their station. The same way, like, you know, is that Oris Castle? Alright, so this right here has to be Oris Castle. These are cannons. I never saw those before, but those are definitely cannons. The sword extends. Look at Luffy is like this small, right? In comparison to that sword, Loki, even in comparison to that sword, you're not even like, you're like a grain of sand. This is how big people were in the older times, which is crazy. Crazy. ELBAPH is huge. And I am the one who will bring about the world's end. I am the sun god. Loki. That was so cool. I think the anime episode, I'm gonna rate it. I'd probably rate it like a 7.8, 7.9. It gave me hype. It gave me the beauty of ELBAPH. It gave me good animation. Like, the animation's not stopping. It gave me the panels that have been very famous for a long time, and I think they colored them well, except for Loki's. I feel like he's a little bit too shrouded in mist or like blizzard wind. You couldn't really see him the way you saw him in the manga. He's kind of just like shrouded in like white fuzz when you first see him. He looks great though. He looks good. I like his voice. I think Luffy was drawn so well. I loved Sanji's chivalry. The little comments from Zoro. I think this episode was greatly paced. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was greatly paced. We had that little info from Robin a little bit more cleared up than it used to be. I think this episode was pretty darn great. I have nothing to complain about. Again, and if I'm giving it like the episode itself a 7.8 or like a 7.9 or anything like that, it's the material that's coming into play for me. The material isn't exciting and it isn't as good. You know what I'm saying? It's just there right now. Like we're still building to like the hypest moments in the entire arc. And LBAF is not going to be done for a while. So this episode deserves, rightly so, to be around a 7.8, maybe a 7.7, 7.9. I'm running between those three numbers right now. But it did it the best it could. So I really love this episode. It was very, very nice. I love that we're seeing Loki for the first time. And he sounds exactly how I thought he would sound. I'm not gonna sit here in front. He sounds exactly how I thought he would sound. So guys, this was a great episode. I'm very much looking forward to the new one, and I'm all caught up now. I'm all caught up. I haven't watched all of Egghead, all of the episodes, and I haven't watched all of Wano either. And I don't think I'm gonna go back and do that. That's way too much. Maybe I'll do it later when I do like a full watch through again one of these days. But I think I'm good on that part. I think I'm stuck on LBAF. I'm gonna stay in LBAF, and I'm gonna do these as soon as they come out. So since I'm caught up now and I don't have to catch up, I'm just gonna as soon as the episode airs and drops, I'm probably that Sunday just going to watch, record, react, post whenever it's done being edited, and then Patreon is always gonna get the unedited version way quicker because I don't have to worry about editing, and that takes time. So again, if you want to watch the unedited versions and see it as soon as possible, my reactions, video description below, click on that Patreon, dog, and tier 2, tier 3, and you got it. So I just want to appreciate you. I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait for the next episode to come out. And don't worry, I am going to be posting, my next video is going to be a slime video. So appreciate you guys. Love you so much. I'll talk to you later. Jana.